Gentlemen, what you are about to see is a work of fiction, a parody, if you will. Any association between the characters portrayed in this feature and real live honest-to-goodness people is purely coincidental.
She's dead. She's floating in the pool.
When did you find her?
About 20 minutes ago. Don't have any idea how she got here. Probably here all night. She's too big for the net.
Better snap some pictures, Randy. Oh, for Christ's sake. Do you have to do that every time? It's really annoying at the autopsies.
Sorry, I was thinking of that movie, Born on the 4th of July.
Go on, get out of here. Damn man-eater photographers. Well, I guess we better see who it is. My God, it's Lori Houghton.
Lori Houghton, oh my God.
How much longer is she going to be?
Well, I haven't seen her since last night. Have you?
No, last time I saw her, she was with Ray.
Well, somebody call Ray's apartment. They probably got busy doing some calculus problem and lost track of time.
Vance, where's your phone?
Vance just hasn't been the same since that accident.
Can't believe he's been so upset about such a freaky thing.
He hasn't said a word to anyone since it happened. That was almost 5 months ago. They've tried everything, even shock therapy.
It's so sad. He looks like an empty shell of a human being. It's amazing it hasn't affected his performance as the hall coordinator.
Yeah, who knows what's going on in that head of his.
I wish you'd hurry up. I am on deadline.
That was Ray's roommate. He said that Ray hasn't been home. He says he hasn't been home for the past 2 weeks.
I hope everything's okay. It's not like Lori to be late for a staff meeting without calling first.
Well, let's get on with this. We've got too much important stuff to cover, and I don't have all day. What's first on the agenda? The game where we say everyone's name backwards?
I thought we were going to tell ghost stories.
Hello, this is Steve. What's wrong? Oh my God.
Linda, this is Special Agent Pale Scooper. It's Tuesday, October 16th, 5:30 p.m. I'm on my way to a place called Twain Peaks. It's located just east of the Taco Bell on Providence Road here in Columbia. I've never seen so many parking tickets. Anyway, I'm investigating the murder of a person called Lori Houghton. By the way, I just stopped at a place called Loeb Cafeteria. Had some of the best damn tuna casserole I've ever tasted. Lord knows what to expect at this place. I hear that a lot of the time they have nothing better to do than sit around a big screen TV all night. Well, Kurt Vonnegut said it best. If you're going to sit around a giant screen TV 2 nights a week, it's probably going to be Tuesday and Saturday. Whatever that means. That reminds me, Linda, I've got to find out why they give so many parking tickets.
Rick, I don't know how it happened, but I don't think Lori's death was an accident. I mean, I knew she was into some really bad stuff, but I never expected her to turn up dead. What happened last night?
I was on duty and I saw Lori storm out of the 6th floor lounge about 10:30. She seemed furious about something, swearing like a sailor, and her face was as red as a tomato.
Who was in the lounge?
Well, that's the weird thing. I went in there and it was completely empty.
She was going to get caught sooner or later. You can't set up a scam selling residents beer by the case and not expect someone to find out about it. But she had a lot of dirt on a lot of people. What I want to know is, do you think she told anyone about us?
She wouldn't be that stupid. Maybe Vance knows, but who's he gonna tell?
I'm scared, Rick. If we get caught, we'll probably get kicked out of the university. And maybe exposed in the man-eater.
Just keep quiet about it and everything will be okay.
Bob Brown, you are in deep, deep trouble.
What? What did I do?
We thought it was cute when you had the kegger in your room. We only wrote you up 3 times for that scam with the sorority girls. That midnight swim only got you.
But that was Brian Starr and Kevin Moore.
Shut up! This is serious. You can't expect to kill an RA and just get written up for it.
Wait. Kill an RA? What are you talking about?
And don't act surprised. Everyone knows you killed Lori Houghton because she was going to report you for selling beer to the girls on the 2nd floor.
Kill her? I didn't kill anyone. Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean everyone knows about the scam with the 2nd floor?
You won't be pulling any scams for a long, long time.
Hello, I'm Pale Scooper with the Boone County Sheriff's Office. I'm here to see a Mr. Vance Lane or a cadet by the name of Franklin Roosevelt.
I'll call him. He's busy with this guy they busted this morning. Everyone's kind of shocked about Lori's death.
She was the only one who knew how to get the 7th floor mailboxes open, and she's the only one I knew who'd volunteer to work at 7 in the morning.
Just call Mr. Lane, please.
Okay.
Hey, Vance!
Oh, you must be Agent Scooper. I'm Steve Gutierrez. This is our hall coordinator, Vance Lane.
Greetings. What's his problem?
He's from Wisconsin, and he misses it.
I went to Wisconsin once. Great beer. Damn good bratwurst.
I'm glad you're here. We've rounded up the usual suspect.
We'll deal with him in a minute. First, I want to look at that RA's room. Can you take me there?
Yeah, come with me.
I want you to know that while I'm here, I'm going to run this case the way that I want to run it. You're free to help, but it's my case.
Well, I understand that, but it's an open and shut case. Bob Brown's guilty, and everyone knows that.
Guilt is too difficult to determine without deep thought. A great man once told me that while many guilty people go free and many innocent people are imprisoned, only the truly guilty say they were set up to defend their innocence.
Who said that? John Danforth or Bill Webster?
Norm Stewart. We're the first people to be in this room since her death, right?
Yeah, as far as I know.
We're looking for something that might tell us who she was with last night, or who she might have seen. Her appointment book. This'll tell us a lot.
Well, what's it say?
There seems to be a very cryptic series of records here. Number and letter combinations. They must mean something. Last night she had an appointment at 10 p.m. to meet an R. You know who this R might be?
Her boyfriend's name is Ray. Then again, it could be Rick Ross or Robert Brown.
We'll take this along. By the way, why do the university police give so many parking tickets? I must have seen 10 or 15 on 5th Street alone.
It's because they're assholes.
Franklin, have you seen Rocky?
No, not since noon when the body was discovered. But he did give me this note to give to you in case I saw you.
Thanks. It's awful, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Well, I have to go tend to Gloria. She's trying to make a dress out of those awful red and orange curtains. Bye.
So long. Meet me in the laundry room tonight at midnight. I can't come out. They'll be looking for me.
I can't believe they're storing the body here. It's so unsanitary, so undignified.
Well, we called student health 6 hours ago. They're kind of inefficient.
I guess we'd better examine her.
What was that? Did the lights flicker?
No, we were using a subjective camera angle from my point of view, and I blinked. Look, under her fingernails.
What is it?
I've seen it before.
What is it?
Dirt. But look at it. It's in the shape of an M. This reminds me of something I saw on a TV show once.
What is it?
Steve, you and I have a lot to talk about.
on Twain Peaks.
She's dead. She's floating in the pool.
My God, it's Laurie Houghton. He hasn't said a word to anyone since it happened. That was almost 5 months ago. They've tried everything, even shock therapy.
Meet me in the laundry room tonight at midnight. I can't come out. They'll be looking for me?
Linda, this is Special Agent Pale Scooper. I'm on my way to a place called Twain Peaks. It's located just east of the Taco Bell on Providence Road here in Columbia. I've never seen so many parking tickets. Look at it. It's in the shape of an M. This reminds me of something I saw on a TV show once. Last night, she had an appointment at 10 p.m. to meet an R. You know who this R might be?
What is it?
Steve, you and I have a lot to talk about.
Okay, Bob. We know you did it. Now we want to know why you did it and how.
I didn't do anything. I already told you that.
Nobody's seen you anywhere near the building all day. If you don't have anything to hide, why did you stay away?
Man, that's none of your business. Can't a guy take a little time off without being accused of murder around here?
We're just wondering what it is you've been doing with your time. You were with Laurie Houghton last night, weren't you? Weren't you?
Okay. I saw her about 6 yesterday. But since then, I've been away. And I certainly didn't kill her.
Well, I'm sure you were off pulling something.
I got something for you to pull right here, pal.
Shut up! Now, where were you?
Don't I have a right to attorney? This is a bunch of bullshit.
We'll let you call your lawyer after this conversation, but you haven't been charged with anything. When you were with her yesterday, what were you doing?
She came to our room to borrow something. She left about 10 minutes later. I haven't seen her since. I swear. I left about 15 minutes after that. I don't know what happened.
You got the pictures of Rick in the act?
Yeah, even better. I got photos of Rick placing the tickets on the cars on 5th Street, and another one of him emptying out the post office box.
Hand them over. Ouch. Yeah. Good, good. I'm scared. The cops are looking for me.
Why? You were with me when Laurie was killed. I'll testify on your behalf. Screw it if Rick finds out about us.
No, it's something else.
I knocked over a feed store this morning and I made a big mistake. I killed an egg inspector.
Oh, shit. They'll give you the chair for that.
No kidding. What's worse is that I could be connected with Lori's death. Before I came over here last night, I was with her.
What do you mean? You told me you were getting a pizza.
There's no point in getting upset about it now. My cousin Jacques and I went over to One-Eyed Haskell's. She was there, but not there, if you know what I mean.
Toast?
The whole Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's. I've never seen her that far gone. I mean, she could hold her liquor better than anyone I've ever seen, but she was beyond help last night.
Well, was she working there, or what was she doing?
She wanted Jacques and I to wait outside while she met with a client. I don't know who it was or what it was about. Afterwards, Jacques went somewhere with her, but I came back to be with you. I'll call you later. But I know someone who will be very interested in these pictures.
Twain Peaks desk. No, Vance isn't in right now. Can I take a message? You want to know about the 7th floor conference space? I'll pass the message along to him, but I don't think we have any. He wrote you a letter guaranteeing you space? Well, I better let him deal with this.
What exactly are we looking for?
Anything unusual or out of place. Something that will give us a clue as to what happened the night Lori Houghton died.
When I was 5, we had a swimming pool in our backyard. My little brother was left unattended, and he fell in and drowned.
Thanks for that morbid flashback.
No, there's a point to this. The police were able to determine exactly what time he fell in because the pool thermometer hit a sudden high temperature. After he died, the pool temperature went back down because his body temperature did. Most of these pumps are regulated so we can find out the water temperature at any given time.
So we can check the records and find out at what time the water temperature peaked.
Right, unless she was dead when she hit the water.
No, I examined the body and discovered she had enough water in her lungs to have been alive when she was in the pool. I don't know whether she was conscious or not. She was alive.
I'll go check the pump.
Agent Cooper, come over here.
That's Agent Scooper.
I found this torn piece of paper and a black shoelace.
What's the paper say?
It says defer judgment. It looks like there was more of it, but it's torn. I couldn't find any more of it. What do you suppose it means?
I don't know. It's possible that this has absolutely nothing to do with Lori's death. One thing's for sure. There's more to this note than just these 2 words.
I was right. The pool hit a high temperature at 2:30 last night. The pump records every 15 minutes, so whoever put the body in the pool must have done it between 2:15 and 2:30.
Franklin, get a copy of those records. Randy, I want you to take these pieces of evidence and get them bagged and tagged. I've got to make a call. Linda, it's 8:45 in the morning, and we've just uncovered what could be 2 key pieces of evidence. The big question so far is where this girl's boyfriend is. I made a few calls last night, but nobody's seen him for at least a week. My accommodations here are adequate. The room's a bit chilly, the mattress a bit saggy, and the bathroom's a little dark. But gosh, Linda, the view. When the sun rose over the power plant this morning, I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. Had breakfast this morning. There was nobody in the dining hall, so I just enjoyed bacon strips and a delightfully chilled glass of orange juice. Damn good food. I've been looking for Steve Gutierrez all morning. I checked his room, but the sign on his door says he's out running errands. I wonder what he's got to do.
Goodbye, Lori.
Michelle?
Yeah?
I heard that Residential Life is looking for someone to replace Lori as the 7th floor RA. Are you going to apply? Because if you're not, I will.
When did they announce that?
I saw a call out on the bulletin board. I remember how upset you were when you didn't get it last year. Well, with the Rhodes Scholarship under your belt now, I'm sure you'd be a shoo-in to get it.
Yeah, I wanted it last year, but not this way. Lori was like a sister to me. I can just step in and take over like she didn't exist.
Well, I'm going to apply, but if you change your mind, you have to stop by Vance's apartment with a transcript and a recommendation letter by noon Friday.
Who are you going to get to write your rec letter?
JJ owes me a favor after those close calls with the arms dealers. I'm sure I could weasel a 6-page gem out of him, if for no other reason to keep me quiet. Could you imagine the uproar if Channel 8 found out a Mizzou student was supplying chemical weapons to the Middle East?
What about Taylor?
Yeah, I could blow her cover too. But what good would that do us now? Let's put the puppy dog to work.
You know, Lori called me last night about the deal with Monica. She was pissed off, too. I'm surprised she didn't come over and beat the hell out of me.
I bet she heard from Ray. Seems like she was trying to resolve a lot of things last night. She came in my room in the afternoon and told me to turn my stereo down. The weird thing is I don't have a stereo. I don't even have a TV or even a phone. It's like she was hearing noises inside her head and she was trying to write someone up for them. That girl was in trouble, and it was a lot worse than I ever thought it would be.
Agent Super, I'm Dr. Stephen Raleigh. Pleased to meet you.
Hi.
Roy's boyfriend didn't know that she was seeing me, but I have some information that may be helpful with your case.
You were her advisor?
Academic advisor, yes. But we had conversations that went much farther. We were very close.
When was the last time you saw Lori Houghton?
Last Sunday, she and I went to the Biscayne Mall and saw Presumed Innocent. She was very upset. She kept saying something about stopping Seve.
Did she ever talk about any of the other staff here at Twain Peaks?
Well, let me see. That one day, she said something about Donna Fisher, Vance Lane, and Rick Ross.
That was Donna Fisher, Vance Lane, and Rick Ross?
Yes, that's what I said.
I may want to talk with you a little later. Will you be around?
Yes. Lori was one of the very best students that I had ever advised. But she was a little sneaky, though.
Next, on Twain Peaks.
I'm Ralph Sherlock. Miss Moa Sharon.
Before I explain what we're about to do, I need to tell you a little bit about the state of South Dakota.
Don't worry, cowboy. I'm not here for one of your wild and crazy games of fetch. I just want you to fetch me a good letter of recommendation.
You're in this just as deep as I am. Remember that.
Sounds to me like silence is a pretty good option, eh, Bob?
Steve, I know who killed Lori Houghton.
are you doing waiting out here by the pool? Waiting for the lifeguard?
Shut up. I need information on Bob Brown. You've been seeing him for 3 weeks.
I haven't been dating him. I've been using him. You understand. He's over 21. He buys. He pays. I hang out with him and diss him when we're seen in public together. That's the game, and I'm good at it.
You know he's been busted for the murder of Laurie Houghton.
Yeah, I know. He's been framed.
What do you mean?
He was with me the night she was killed, but he could get in worse trouble if the police knew where we were. So he'll keep his mouth shut.
I know he's innocent. That's what I'm worried about. He knows enough to work a deal with the prosecutors. If they search his room, he's got something that could hurt a lot of people. I want to make sure he's unable to give them any information. I want you to help.
Why me? Can't you just key into his room and get whatever you want for yourself?
I'm looking for something specific, and I need to know exactly where it is, and you've been in there enough to know your way around.
I take it you want the ledger? He's got that hidden really well. I could get it for you, but it'll cost you plenty.
I can afford it. I'm an RA.
Howdy. I'm Ralph Sherlock, and this is my wife Sharon. And we're with the National Dairy Board.
Pleased to meet you.
Would you like a free piece of our new sharp cheddar?
We're here to see Laurie Houghton.
I'm sorry. Lori was found dead yesterday afternoon. She was floating in the pool. It was really gross. Her skin was all bloated.
Hey, watch it there now. You've really upset my wife. Of course, that's nothing new. You're crude, disgusting, and vile. Well, if Laurie's not here, can I talk to Vance Lane?
You can speak to him, but Vance hasn't said a word in 4 months. Since the accident.
Well, where is he?
Twain Peaks desk, this is Mark. Do I have a phone number for Benjamin Dover? Of course I do. A stupid question. Oh, go on in. All he ever does is sit down in there and watch reruns of Regis and Kathy Lee.
You're probably wondering why I brought you all up here. This is actually a law enforcement official's tradition that goes all the way back to 1952. We've used it to catch... Well, actually, we haven't caught anyone with it yet, but you never know. I brought these refreshments from Brugger's Bagel Bakery. I had breakfast there yesterday. Damn good food. Plus, they didn't pay anything for this recommendation. Well, let's get started. Will everyone sit down? Before I explain what we're about to do, I need to tell you a little bit about the state of South Dakota. Many years ago, the white man came to South Dakota and stole the land of a tribe of Indians called the Sioux. They put them on reservations and required them to become alcoholics. For years, the spiritual leader of the tribe has been called the Medicine Man. In 1973, there was an uprising at a place called Wounded Knee. The Indians were massacred by the U.S. federal marshals and interred in a mass grave near a town called Freeman. The people of Freeman eventually built a golf course on the sacred burial grounds. I recently had a dream where I realized that I once lived in South Dakota and that playing golf there was very bad. I have devoted my life to destroying the world of golf as it is today. You heard about Shoal Creek? That was me. Anyway, the Indians have given me the power to use golf implements to rid the world of evil. Hence, our experiment today. Any questions?
Well, what does South Dakota mean?
Land of the large stone faces. Anyone else? Well, if not, we'll get started. Steve, bring those golf balls. Randy, my other clubs. And Franklin, that small piece of carpeting that we grabbed from the lounge. On the night she died, Laurie Houghton was supposed to meet someone she called R. Today, we'll concentrate on those R's. Franklin, please call out the names I've listed on this sheet of paper. Steve, keep an eye on Jesse Haldome and replace the ball after each shot. Robert Brown.
Robert Brown.
Ooh, you sliced it wide.
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Oh, you missed the dome.
But you hit a freshman trying to cross the quad instead of going around.
Hey, what's my name down here for?
Your last name starts with R.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Franklin Roosevelt.
Oh, it's lost somewhere in the engineering construction.
Rocky Roads.
Rocky Roads.
You took out the state flag.
Good job. You did me. How come you didn't do Randy?
We didn't have enough golf balls. Shut up.
Stephen Raleigh, advisor.
Stephen Raleigh, advisor.
Wow, you hit the dome. But you didn't break a window. Brendan, make a note of that. Did I hit the dome? Did I didn't break a window?
Ray Knoll, Lori's boyfriend.
Ray Knoll.
Wow, you smashed the window, and you knocked out the guy who climbed up there.
Write that down.
There's one more name, but he couldn't have done it.
It's the name I got off the hall roster. What's wrong with it?
Well, you wrote down Ron Graber. He's dead. He died when Vance dropped a giant television screen on him and hit him in the spleen. That's why Vance has been so upset.
Who was this Ron Graber? Clean?
I doubt it. He was Bob Brown's roommate for 2 years. He was probably as sleazy as they come.
Well, let's not be too judgmental.
Who is it? It's not one of my damned residents.
I'm the police. I have a search warrant.
Oh, for Pete's sake, don't scare me like that. I was very busy counting the money for tomorrow. The UPS man is really picky about this sort of thing, so I don't have time to trifle with your trivial matters.
Don't worry, cowboy. I'm not here for one of your wild and crazy games of fetch. I just want you to fetch me a good letter of recommendation.
For who? Sig Town needs somebody for their party this Friday night?
As you know, Lori's position is open. You're going to write a letter telling Vance that I'm the best person to replace her. You'll write it tonight so I can take it to him in the morning.
And if I refuse?
Then the whole world finds out that you're the Middle East link to your special chemical weapons. And I'll have to tell residential life about our relationship. RAs and residents aren't supposed to be fooling around, you know. Ooh, you've been a very bad dog, JJ.
What? Are you gonna swat me with a rolled-up newspaper?
If the letter's good enough, and if you stood up and begged.
Stay right there. Did you tell anything? Because if you did, I'm going to shoot you right now. And you better not get blood on the carpet.
I didn't tell them anything.
Then why are you back?
I'm still under house arrest. Steve let me come back to get my book so I can study.
And he bought that. He must not know you like I do. Come on in, have a drink.
Man, if I don't tell them something, they're gonna bust my ass all the way back to Oklahoma in shackles. Tripper.
Well now, Bob, that's just your problem, isn't it?
Well, it's your problem, too. You're in this just as deep as I am, remember that.
It's hardly my problem. You're the one they have in custody. Why should I jeopardize my situation to save your sorry ass?
Look, I've been busted for murder. That's a hell of a lot bigger than our little scam at the Chancellor's residence.
That little business is netting me $250,000 a year. All you are is a pissant, a contact man. I can hire anyone to do that job. But you, my friend, you're in deep water. Look at it like this. On the one hand, if you don't tell them where you were, you'll probably go to jail. And on the other hand, if you do tell them where you were, then I'll kill you. Sounds to me like silence is a pretty good option, eh, Bob? Vance sure hasn't said anything, has he?
I'm gonna leave Vance out of this. Hasn't done a thing.
Look, Bob, you need to be heading downstairs now. Don't forget your books.
If I tell them to you and they come true, then will you believe me? Then think of me as a friend. Where do you come from? The question is,
to defer judgment. To defer judgment. Defer judgment. Defer. 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 To defer judgment.
What are you, an econ TA? I can't understand you. Do you speak English?
Yeah, I have good news for you. You'll get a good grade in editing class. She's my tutor. Doesn't she look exactly like Lori Houghton?
But she is Lori Houghton.
Where we're from, beverages cost an extra nickel. And ice costs 25 cents. And there's always fallout in the air. Let's rock!
Steve, I know who killed Lauren Houghton. Yes, it can wait till morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's episode is dedicated to the legacy of Robert Brown.
Hello. We at Bullseye Productions have gotten a lot of mail over the past few weeks asking questions about Twain Peaks. We figured now is as good a time to any to answer some of them. What?
Should I get the first letter, Jeff?
Sure, go for it.
Here's one. Dear Bullseye, what is the correct way to pronounce Laurie's last name? I've heard it many different ways on your show. Is it Houghton, 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 or Houghton? Signed confused. I don't know.
You got me.
Yeah. Here, you can grab the next letter.
This one. Dear Bullseye, I've been having these feelings of guilt for more than a month. I've taken something that doesn't belong to me, but I'm too embarrassed to give it back. What should I do? It's from someone in Boulder, Colorado.
Well, you know what my mom used to always do is say that everyone should close their eyes and the person who took it should give it back, and that way no one will know.
That sounds like a good idea. Well, Coach McCartney, how about if everyone at the university will close their eyes, you can give the game back, and no one will know the difference. Next letter.
Okay. Dear Bullseye Productions, you seem to paint a very negative picture of RAs. Are they really that sleazy? Signed, Concerned. Can I handle this one, Jeff?
Yeah, well, you see, Concerned, In the nature of comedy, sometimes it's necessary to embellish a little bit. You exaggerate for the effect of getting the joke across. In the making of Twain Peaks, it wasn't necessary. To answer your question, yes, they are.
Okay.
Here's one. It says, Dear Bullseye Productions, this Twain Peaks movie is really interesting. I was wondering, who are your inspirations?
Well, I'd say obviously David Lynch is an inspiration.
Definitely, yeah. And Mark Frost, of course.
Yeah.
Some of the contemporary filmmakers.
Martin Scorsese is
Martin
a big fan of mine.
Scorsese, Spike Lee. But, you know, there are some other ones.
So, like, what other local people would there be that have influenced us?